Buying a home in Maryland can be an incredible opportunity, but not every house is a good deal. Even if the price looks right, some properties come with hidden risks that can drain your wallet. And yes, even that beautiful property you saw on Zillow with the nice open floor plan and the newly updated chef style kitchen, yes, even those can have hidden risk and kill your resale value or turn home ownership into this constant headache. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the specific types of homes buyers should be very careful with in Maryland, and more importantly, why. Let's get into it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tay Dewitt. I am a Maryland real estate advisor here in the Central Maryland area. First off, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. New videos come out every single week, and you don't want to miss one. Also, need your support to turn this into the #1 Maryland YouTube channel in the world, and it's always appreciated. Today, we're getting into the type of houses buyers need to be aware of and just never buy. I'm talking when you see this, you need to tuck tail and run as fast as you can. #1 are very old homes with little or no updates. Now, Maryland is no stranger to its historic districts, and all too common, we get people that want to fix her upper, right? We all think that we can be HGTV and get the ugliest house and make it something beautiful. However, there's more to that than we're often aware of, especially in areas like Baltimore City, older parts of Anne Arundel County, and small historic towns. The problem isn't the age itself. The problem isn't the age itself, it's what hasn't been updated. Many older homes still have knob and tube or outdated electrical systems, galvanized or cast iron plumbing, poor or even non-existent insulation, or aging sewer lines and clay pipes. These systems were not designed for modern living. Today's homes power multiple TVs, computers, EV chargers, and high efficiency HVAC systems. And an old infrastructure simply can't handle that load safely. What makes this super risky is that these upgrades are not cosmetic. These are not just putting some paint and cabinets in and making a new house. You're talking about opening walls, replacing main service lines, and potentially needing permits. And if you're in Baltimore, you know a thing or two about permits. They take forever, and it's just a pain. Buyers often underestimate these costs because they're simply not immediately visible during a showing. If you're buying an older style home that hasn't been updated since Methuselah, that's funny. If you're buying an older style or historic home that hasn't been updated since the American Revolution, you need to beware and just be prepared for it to have some problems. 3 things you need to do is budget aggressively for upgrades, right? I'm talking double or even triple what you think it's going to cost. Get specialized inspections, not just the general structural and mechanical, and make sure the price reflects the condition. Do not pay top dollar thinking you can just force appreciation like that. Charm is great, but charm doesn't pay for repair bills. #2, homes with foundation or structural red flags. Now, the common warning signs for these things are cracks wider than 1/4 inch in the foundation wall, uneven and sloping floors, doors or windows that don't close properly, bowed basement walls, or visible patchwork. Maryland has a mix of clay soil, older construction, and varying water tables. Foundation problems are more common than people realize, especially in homes built decades ago. The danger here isn't just the repair costs, it's uncertainty. What you thought was a simple $5,000 fix can quickly turn into a $30,000 problem once you find out that you need excavation and reinforcement. And lenders may hesitate to approve your financing until repairs are completed, meaning you got to shell out money before the house is even yours. If you do have structural concerns, bring a structural engineer, not just a home inspection. Get repair estimates before moving forward and understand how this affects your financing and your resale value. Structural issues do not improve with time. They only get worse, making them more and more expensive. #3, poorly flipped home. Now, flips are everywhere in Maryland, especially in Baltimore. And while some are done really, really well, many are designed to look good and not last long. When you're looking for red flags and flips, it can include brand new finishes with no permits. Now, if they didn't get permits, they're most likely not even licensed. Now, I'm not against a good handyman job, but you don't want just anybody building your house. You want to make sure that permits were pulled. Also, inconsistent materials or just rushed workmanship. Look, if you're walking through and the carpet seems to change in thickness and change in style or even color, look, there's a chance that they used inconsistent materials and they just did whatever was cheapest at the time. Or if you're walking and the floors seem to go up and down and up and down, like you're walking across rolling hills, that's a sign that things are not done properly. Also, if you see water stains or even hear water running behind the walls, new paint can sometimes cover that up, but it'll eventually seep through and you need to have an eye out for those type of things. The problem is that cosmetic updates distract buyers from what really matters, which is the systems behind the walls. If major components weren't addressed, you may be inheriting deferred maintenance disguised as renovation. Remember, always check permit history, look beyond the finishes, and ask what was actually replaced, not just refreshed. Real quick, if you made it to this part of the video, one, really appreciate you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. New videos come out every single week. Also, if you're looking to move within Maryland or relocate to Maryland, my information will be somewhere on the screen. Reach out to us. We want to help you. Number 4, new construction without independent inspections. Now, I know this one's a shocker, right? How can new construction not be perfect, right? It's new. It's brand new. Who doesn't want a brand new house? Look, new construction reps are not looking out for you. They're looking out for themselves and their paychecks. They just want to sell the house so they can go to the next community and build more houses and sell them to you. Right? New construction does not mean better. We get clients all the time that are hell bent on a new construction house, and then they find out a year later that the house was almost built to fall apart, so that you have to call them to use the warranty to repair it, and they charge an arm and leg all over again. Okay? Plus, builders are often working on very tight timelines with multiple subcontractors rotating in and out, and mistakes happen. And some aren't caught unless someone is actively looking for them. Right? Common new build issues are improper drainage or grading, missing insulation, poor HVAC, roofing, flashing errors, and the list just goes on and on and on. Again, sometimes these are just minor mistakes, and sometimes these are huge mistakes with a big price tag that comes out of your pockets, meaning you cannot entrust the builder's inspectors alone. That inspector works for the builder, not you. Get an inspection on your own dime. Yes, you'll have to spend a little money, but get an inspector that's going to look out for you and call out the problems so that you can get them addressed before you buy the home. Even with warranties, repairs after closing can be slow and frustrating, and then make it feel like you might as well have just gotten an old house that you knew was sturdy. All right, and last but not least, number 5, unusual layouts or poor resale design. Now look, that house with the weird spiral steps that go up and then down into a slide all the way into a basement with an underground tunnel that comes out into the garage and a ladder that leads directly to the roof, and then you can parachute down into the backyard. Yeah, that's all cool. That's all great. However, are you the only person in the world that's gonna buy that? If it's that house I just described, probably, because that sounds crazy. But you gotta be aware of what your resale value is. Look, we all think that we're gonna find the perfect home and we're gonna stay there, but life happens. Sometimes you get relocated, family members die, family members are born. Sometimes things happen that we're not ready to plan for, and you have to move. And you gotta be aware, is your house too unique to where you're the only person or you're one of very few people that will actually live there? This includes homes with converted garages, bedrooms without closet, awkward additions, poor flow between living spaces, right? That may work for you today, but create serious challenges when you go to sell the house. Now, again, I'm not ragging on people that want to put their own touch. When you start changing layouts and you start to disturb the flow of the living spaces, well, people are going to notice that. And you got to ask yourself, will somebody else buy this? And especially in Maryland, buyers tend to favor traditional layouts, clearly defined bedrooms, and functional basements with plenty of storage. The more unconventional design, the smaller your future buyer pool becomes. That often means longer days on market and a lot of price reductions. Livability matters, especially while you're living there, but marketability matters maybe a bit more. Look, not every home is a bad home. Some homes require extra caution, and understanding these risks before you buy can save you tens of thousands of dollars and a lot of stress. If you're thinking about buying in Maryland and want help evaluating a property before you make an offer, reach out. Again, my information will be somewhere here on the screen, also in the description below. You can reach out to us by text, email, phone call, carrier pigeon, mailer. Look, any way you get in touch with us, we want to help you. Every day we get people just like you looking to relocate and move within Maryland or just have general questions. Look, and if this video helped you, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's turn this to the #1 Maryland YouTube channel in the world. And I'll catch you in the next one. As always, have a fantastic day.